Hello again, everyone. This is Nathaniel Gibson bringing to you my MPA580 Week 4 Ethical Dilemmas in Public Administration Multimedia Discussion Board. And so the possible ethical dilemma, the question that I am posing here is, as a public administrator, are you favoring friends or family for a staff position over other qualified staff members? And in this situation, be taking a look at the case where, for example, a city manager might be posed with choosing to hire a friend or a personal family member over another staff member or even outside recruitment who might be more deserving or qualified for the position. So, making the ethical choice to hire a candidate who closely fits the fulfillments and duties of the job, but is responsible and qualified for it as well. So first things we need to take a look at in regards to the situation of ethical hiring practices is what our duty and role is as a public administrator. And last week in class we took a look at the ASPA Code of Ethics, which has different virtues such as, demonstrate personal integrity, promote an ethical organization, uphold the Constitution and the law. And the Pendleton Act was passed in order to create a ethical and fair hiring system for the federal and state governments. And we have all these principles in place in order to make sure rules are followed and a fair and efficient way of hiring people for government positions is always being followed. And so this is a principles approach we always need to consider when hiring practices, but also with making integral decisions personally moving forward as well. So analyzing this ethical dilemma from a value or the different approaches that we could take to making the proper and ethical or moral decision, I think there's two considerations that we can have. Number one is having a virtue-based approach. So considering, what would a good person do in this type of situation? What is fair? What is ethical? What do my values suggest that will lead me to making a particular decision? And I think that's important, not just to holding true to yourself and your own values, but using that as a representation of the organization, how you want it to be represented as well. And then also, I think a principle-based approach is really key here because of the laws and regulations that us as public administrators are expected to follow. We have constitutions and we have laws set in place that promote ethical and fair recruitment processes and hiring process as well. And so our role as administrators is to try to make decisions that reflect these principles and these laws that are set in place. So in taking review of the different ethical approaches that we could take as administrators in this situation, it's clear that the unethical decision in this circumstance would be to choose your own friend or family member for a position above another qualified candidate because of not just the principles and rules set in place by the Pendleton Act, but also the moral and ethical consequences that you could expect by making this decision yourself. And so being able to withhold not just the principles of your organization, but your own values is really important in what type of decision you make for this type of circumstance. And so that wraps up my presentation for this week. I really look forward to chatting with some of you guys about your results as well. Thank you.